You're watching Newstainment Television.
Friend and my brother Samir. Hi. Chidantana Bhatt, she is editor of Gujarati Midday. Hi. How are you? Sandhya Nair from Times of India. Hi, Sandhya. Hi, Roshni. How are you? We are all before Italy. Mitra. Hey, खास मित्र.
सर समोर
We have a few guests who we have to felicitate, and one I'm already having a fangirl moment because the one is sitting right here in front of me, and like Saw said, he needs no introduction because he is already a very well-known now, has become a celebrity. So he is none other than Mr. Samir Wankhede. So sir, please can you have me here? He is an IRS officer and he has really worked so hard to be true to his passion, to his work, to his conviction, true to the country, I will say now, and he has done some impeccable work. So, salute to you, sir. Congratulations. We will now felicitate Mr. Manish Pacholi also for the book that he's bringing to us. So Mr. Manish Pacholi and his very own daughter is felicitating the father. So congratulations.
Vande Mataram to all. When in fact me and Manish we go a very long way. 2010 I remember I was the DC Deputy Commissioner of the Mumbai Airport, and he was the he was an ace crime journalist, and he was one of the few journalists who was very subjective in fact, and you cannot basically give him any kind of thing and make him write anything. He was not that kind of a guy, and he used to write very objectively in fact. So down the line we share very good memories, bad memories also, because he was all the way throughout my journey of my career. So, and I know he is a person who has really kind of an author spirit in his mind, because his writing, if you see his writing, it's really fabulous, investigative journalism. So when Sheena Bora, when he wrote that book, he shared a copy with me also, and I know it will be a trailblazer kind of a thing, Later on also, he used to write, after that he switched his job, then he wrote in a private firm also. There also he had his kind of investigative journalism going on in his mind. Then he started writing blogs. Blogs were out of the world, very analytical, very focused one. So then he shared a plan with me regarding, the narcotics trade basically. When I came to NCB, I remember I came in 2020 to investigate that Sushant Singh case. So during that time again, he started, we started interacting regarding the issues of drugs, what is going on in the country right now. We started booking lot many cases. After that, we started bursting lot many gangs and cartels. So now awareness is there and Manish is doing a wonderful job. I hope the kind of chapters what he has covered, very much in details. It's a fictional, I think so, Manish.
Based on true incidents. Of course, it's not completely fictional. Written in a fictional way.
Absolutely. So most of the thing he has covered, especially regarding cryptocurrencies, bitcoins, the kind of gangs, the kind of gangsters. Apart from them, the money flow what he has covered. So it will be a good awareness kind of a thing for the youngsters, for the parents also. And my wishes with you, Manish. And I expect bring out more such kind of series. One book won't be enough for this. The kind of enemy we are facing is one book won't be enough. So we will come up with more kind of series like that. My wishes with you and all the very best. Vande Mataram to all of you. Thank you.
Good evening all. First of all, I'd like to thank you, Mr. Samir Wankhede. He's a very good friend and like a brother to take out time from his very busy schedule to come here. Thank you, Hardik Bhai. Thank you, Vivek. They are also very close friends. Thank you all of you who came on this day today. Mr. Arjan is there, but still you all could make it here.
Short notice.
Yes, that I would like to say because it's at very short notice. Even I was not aware about this book launch till last night. I had with me my boss, few of my colleagues. They knew before, they already knew about this thing, and they were sitting with me. We had a get together last night and dinner. So they were with me. They never, it never reached me that there is something tomorrow. So my boss asked me, "कल विसर्जन है ना?" मैंने बोला हाँ. So what are you doing? You're coming to office? मैंने ऑफिस से तो ऑफिस में आएंगे ना, जल्दी जा सकते हैं क्या? बोले हाँ देखेंगे हो करेंगे जल्दी हो जाएगा तो I didn't know मैंने why he's talking like this. मैंने तो पहली बार इतने सालों में he never spoke like this. So then फिर रात को I got from somewhere I got a clue कि कुछ हो रहा है ऐसा गड़बड़. Then I came to know. Then I asked Pinky. So this everything was organized, started by my wife Pinky, who she was so busy on calls. परसों और कल she was so busy on calls and I said ये हो क्या रहा है? ये इतना busy अचानक से she has become so busy. And I thought कि चलो she is a teacher in school लोखंडवाला फाउंडेशन स्कूल. मैंने बोला रिजल्ट था इनका कुछ तो मैंने बोला she was busy with that. But then suddenly मैंने और अलग दूसरे रूम में जाके she is talking. मैंने what is this? फिर बाद में I came to know and then partners in crime were like my brothers Rajneesh and Ashish, their wives Aradhna and Priyanka. So they were all and last night I came to know कि ये book launch है and I can't go to और रात में luckily my boss was there. I told him boss I'm taking leave tomorrow. I don't know what you will do. He said what? Then also neither he nor other colleagues they said we don't know anything. Best is Samir Bhai. I called him because I was to meet him at his house today. This was before Pinky planned this. So I was to meet him today at his house to give him the book. So I asked him, मैंने कि बॉस ये गलत किया आपने. बोले क्या किया? तो मैंने बोला नहीं आपने मेरे इतने अच्छे दोस्त तो आपने मुझे नहीं बताया. तो वो बोले कि नहीं बोले मैं मुझे कुछ मालूम नहीं है. मैंने आपको मालूम है आप घर पे मिला
Partner in crime.
हाँ पार्टनर इन क्राइम. बोला आई एम टाइट लिप्ड. मैंने बोला ऐसा कैसा था? नो आई एम टाइट लिप्ड. तो मैंने बोला बॉस आप डिपार्टमेंट में इतने टाइट लिप्ड नहीं थे. आप डिपार्टमेंट में इतने टाइट लिप्ड होते तो मेरा आधा करियर खत्म हो गया होता. जितना कस्टम्स का और डीआरए का स्टोरी हमने ब्रेक किया ही वाज देयर देन एनसीबी का जो ये लिखा तो आप टाइट लिप्ड होते तो फिर मेरा काम खत्म हो जाता था ना. बोला नहीं आई हैव कमिटेड टू समवन आई वोंट स्पीक. So this is how it worked out, and I am also here as a surprise thing. But I've told Pinky कि leave your teaching job, you become an event manager. I think ये मैं करता तो भी इतने सारे लोग नहीं आते.
Alternate career.
हाँ yeah, alternate career. So I just give read out some pointers that will give gist of the book, and then I'll read a few paras from the book. So basically, as it said, this book is about the new age narcos, which is about people using dark web, internet to traffic drug, to even to employ peddlers, youngsters as peddlers. These drug traffickers they work as influencers, and like Samir ji said, they show off their lifestyle on internet, on social media, and then they pull youngsters into drug trafficking because they think this is the easiest money and then they fall into the trap. And I tell you, most of these cases, it's pan-India thing, but most of the cases are when Samir ji was heading the Narcotics Control Bureau in Mumbai. He was the head of West Zone of Narcotics Control Bureau. So as he said, it's not completely fictional. It's based on true incidents. But it's written in a fictional way to take liberties so that I can put certain drama in that. But whatever you read, you can visualize and you can check. It was there were cases by him. So the book went beyond those cases. The threats they faced, the brave hearts the entire NCB teams. It's not only celebrities or page 3 or it's also about dreaded gangsters whom they fought, and many of his men were injured in that. They were they bled, they were bleeding, they were attacked. There was a case in Goregaon. So, but still they fought, and while he was in NCB, the drug menace was under control to a very large extent. So I'll just read few pointers which will give just about the book. First is like, do you know how drug traffickers develop as influencers to recruit youngsters as peddlers? So this is the one point the book covers. Then next is, don't be surprised if you find a member of your friendly neighbor a big time narcotics dealer. This is what happened with the residents of a posh Malad building, where the son of a regular family turned out to be a big time drug trafficker who used the dark web and managed to hide his identity for long. Samir Bhai, his team took time to identify that man because he used to operate on internet, drug web, video conferencing, and he never showed his face. They faced difficulty in tracking the IP address of this person. Then there was another guy whose father was a big time builder, mother a doctor, and brother a discotheque owner. So how this youth of this respective family turned out to be another major narcotics dealer, who again hid behind the multi-layer of the dark web and operated from an undisclosed location. This is another guy. He's from Navi Mumbai, and they had to face huge problem in raiding his place because his father was powerful builder. Besides these tech-savvy traffickers, the grandson of an erstwhile underworld don who operated from Dongli, and a ruthless Nigerian national operating from a forest patch between Mankur and Vashi, had been trying to spread their tentacles. So this Karim Lala's grandson, his team again, they raided his place. It was so difficult to raid that place because the entire area was, he had his own people. So they would inform him about any action by any law enforcement agencies. So they had to take lots of efforts to raid that place. So they raided, and what he did, because people were scared of him because he belonged to the underworld family. So he pirated that guy. He handcuffed him, he pirated that guy in Dongli area, the hub of, what we call the underbelly of underworld. So he pirated that guy for few hundred meters, and then he took him. So that obviously made a big difference there. So to know details about this, you have to read this Cartel, the New Age Narcos. I'm sorry, we are treating this as a pre-launch event because I wasn't aware of this thing. So this will be uploaded on Amazon maybe in a couple of days. So the link will be available. Copies, I have very limited copies because what we get as authors copies to first check it. So I'm so sorry that I won't be able to get so many copies here. But obviously I want I'm sure that once this book is uploaded on Amazon, you would buy it and you would give your review, whatever, positive, negative, but I'll wait for your reviews. So, can I read one?
Yeah, please.
So like Samir ji said about the youngsters getting into this drug trafficking and through dark web. So I'll read a couple of paras from the book. Avi Chandra, a 19-year-old college student, sat engrossed in his laptop, staring at the screen and occasionally tapping the keyboard. His parents were happy to notice this change in him. I am happy that he has finally realized the importance of studying hard, Avi's mother said, as his father nodded approvingly. Little did they know that they were deluded as they could be. Avi was trying to get into the dark web to order LSD that he had gotten addicted to recently. It all started at the birthday party of one of his rich friends at a farmhouse in Lonavala. He had initially said no to the drugs, but his friends repeatedly called him, Fattu, a coward basically. Avi left more insulted when the girl on whom he had a secret crush joined his friends in calling him names. He relented. Since then, Avi had taken LSD 5 times. One of the addicts in the group had introduced him to the dark web to order drugs online and assured him that nobody on earth would be able to trace him. So he need not worry about his parents. His only concern now was to arrange the money required to buy LSD regularly. without making his parents suspicious. So far, he had managed to get money under the pretext of college projects, but he knew his parents would soon notice the sudden increase in his expenses. Not just Avi, many college students like him were logging onto the dark web to get hold of the narcotics they were addicted to. They had LSD, cocaine, MDMA, weed and buds delivered to them surreptitiously and without leaving any trace. So the dark web had given much needed anonymity not only to the addicts but also to dealers and peddlers. So this is how the dark web works, and this is how I think I'm so happy to say that I know Mr. Samir Wankhede because his team worked in demolishing lots of those people. Many of them are behind bars. Not only these tech savvy people, there is a guy called Musa. He's from African country, Nigeria, and he operated from the forest patch between Magpur and Vashi. His team raided that place, and he's so dangerous that he always had his men with swords, guns, pistols, and he had controlled the entire cocaine ring of Mumbai. All the peddlers were petrified him because once they approached him, they had to be loyal to him. He used to take their photographs and for future references. Suppose if anybody tried to switch away, he would kill him or attack him. So his team raided that forest patch and managed to arrest few. Though Musa, I think he managed to escape, but they arrested some of his men. So obviously that patch was blown up, and I don't think he may be operating from here anymore, from that area anymore. So this consists everything from youngsters addicted to drugs, from tech savvy people trafficking drugs, from influencers, how they are influencing youngsters to become peddlers through social media, and from the daring work of the Narcotics Control Bureau. So this is all. I hope this book becomes a success and you all read it and give me your review.
All the best.
Thank you.